Okay, in this video, I'm going to talk you through just a little bit about the assembly and just kind of show you how you can check to make sure your pieces are fitting together. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to go to Inventor. I'm in my reverse engineering project. I'm going to go to Assembly. And then I'm going to do Place. And when you're doing your assembly, what you need to do is, you need to do your passenger base first. Alright, so you're going to click. Alright, so we want to go ahead and ground this piece. So we're going to go ahead and ground. Okay, so that way this one cannot move. Okay, so remember we talked about when you did your passenger base, you've got a front side here and you've got a rear side. The front and the rear are different lengths. So let's go ahead and if you go here, if you right click, you're going to get this measure tool. Okay, so if you click from this edge to this edge, it tells you how long across it is. So when I measured mine, I got 2.4. Okay, and then if we turn it to the back, and I'm going to measure again, so from this edge to this edge, I got 2.5. So it's a little bit different. Okay, so let's talk about the connectors. So the next piece I'm going to bring in is my connector. So I got to find my my document. Sorry. Okay, so I've got my. Let's do the circle connector. So I did the one with the circles. All right, so here's my circle connector. All right, now I can't remember which side it goes in, if this is the front or the back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click and I'm going to hit measure so I know how big it is. So this one from here to here is 2.4, so that goes here in the front. Okay, so we're going to do constrain and we're going to do mate. So I'm going to do this back end here to this back end there, and it pops right in, and I'm going to hit apply. All right, so now I'm going to mate this top side to this top right here. So I'm going to mate here. I'm going to go up, do that. All right, now I have to do from this side to this side. So let's get where we can see it. I'm going to do this side to that side, and then apply. Let's look at it. All right, so then there it's in there. Now I'm going to do the back, the rectangle. So I'm going to do place, put my rectangle connector. Okay, so there's my rectangle connector. I'm going to hit OK. All right, so same thing. This one goes in the back. I can check it. So if I right click and do measure from here to here is 2.5, so it goes in the back. So I'm going to do constrain, mate. I go from this side to here, so it's in there. I'm going to apply it. Then I'm going to do this top to that top, apply, and then I'm going to do here to here, and then apply. Alright, so I've got, you can see it's flush, right? On the top it's sticking out, and it's not sticking out there. So just remember that my measurements could be different than yours. Your measurements can be different than somebody else's that's sitting next to you, but your things need to fit. So when you put your connector in here, it needs to be flush. If it's sticking out, that means the depth of your passenger base is not the same as the depth of your connector. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and just put in the other parts. I'm not going to do the connectors, but I just kind of want to show you. So give me 1 second. All right, so now I'm going to put in my front piece. So let's find this. I'm going to do the front end. Okay, so here's my front end. Now, when you guys are doing your assembly, obviously inside my front end, I'm going to have my connector there, and then you're also going to have your actual connector piece. But I just kind of want to show you what your car should look like when it's done, so you know that you've done it correctly. Okay, so this part right here is the same dimensions as this part right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you how it fits together. So I'm going to constrain it. I'm going to go ahead and mate this side here to this side. Okay, then I'm going to apply. Right? Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make it flush. So I'm going to do flush this one to this one, and I'm going to apply. Alright, so let's look at it. Let's look at it from the top. Okay, you see how it doesn't line up? That means I need to flush it on this side. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to do constrain, I'm going to flush this side to this side, and then apply. And now when I look at it from the top, oops, from the top, okay, see how there's no ridges right here? There aren't any ridges. So I didn't finish and I didn't do this extrusion through here, so that part doesn't match. But if I would have done this, this part will match up. Okay, so when your car is completely put together, everything should line up. You shouldn't have anything that is sticking out. If that's the case, then you need to go back and make sure that you are changing the dimensions on it. And some of you guys had asked me, and I can't remember which car this is. I think this is the blue car when I did it. So if you notice, if you have the blue car, you can kind of look at it. This doesn't look exactly like the blue car in the front, but it looks pretty darn close. So you just kind of got to get some practice and just experiment a little bit. Okay, so in this one I would do the middle piece, there's like an extra piece, and then the rear end. Okay, so anyways, I just wanted to kind of show you guys how you can tell that your parts are lining up, and the best way to do that, like I said, is if looking at it from the top, so you can see that it lines up, and also to use your measure tool, so I can measure from the side to the side. It tells you how long it is. Okay, all right, well, hope that helps. If you guys have questions, please let me know. Thanks.